This is DragonMasterSasu.
Hey YouTube, and welcome to DragonMasterSasu. It's about 12 a.m. I'm doing a quick video before I go to sleep. Why I'm doing this is because I like it to finish rendering and stuff while I sleep, and when I get up in the morning everything will be done and ready for when I come back home from school. So yeah, this is just a deck profile of dragons. I thought you guys would get tired of zombies. Every Tuesday, which is actually right now at 12 in the morning, Tuesday, I will have an update. So this is segment number 1. Next week will be segment number 2. Until we get to YCS Ohio, where I will be trying this deck out and topping with it. The reason why I made this deck is because of one card, and it just came up, and I just really like the deck right now. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys. So we got, ooh, backwards. Sorry guys. Can't believe I had that from the trap side. Here we go. So we got 3 Quaking Mirror Dragons. This is the main reason why I wanted to make the deck. This guy is a 1900 beater, which makes your opponent, its effect is your opponent can't special summon any lights or darks. That means no Christia, no Hyperion, no Venus can't run it over because they have to bring out the Shine Balls and make Gachi Gachi, and they can't bring out the Shine Balls with this on the field. No JD, nothing. Also, when your opponent tries to bluff out the Gores or something and they just don't send anything for the turn, you attack them with Drago and make them pay for doing that. They take that free 19 and they're just like, ugh, I just took free 19 for that. So yeah, the only down effect is that you had to have a dragon in your hand for it to stay alive, that you have to show at the end phase, but that's why it's a dragon deck, right? So no problem. Next is 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. This guy, he's good. He's amazing. 2000 beater, competes with Christie on attack, and can easily run over Hyperion with ease. I love it. So easy. Not only that, his effect lets me special summon one dragon from my hand or my graveyard, so it helps with the swarming capability. That's what I like about him. I wanted also to make the deck where I didn't have to normal summon as much, where I didn't have to rely on it. So that's why Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons here. So I can get big, high monsters out without having the normal summon. Next, we got 2 Red Eyes Wyvern. I've been debating on putting it to 3 because I hate having one in my hand and then using Future Fusion. But yeah, 2 is good because you don't want 3 for clogging hand first turn. He's an 1800 beater, which is also what I like. So yeah, and basically his effect is you can move him from play to special summon a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon from my hand or the graveyard. So they Dark Hole or something, it's coming back. Next, we got 2 Light and Darkness Dragons. This guy's really good this format with all the trigger effects. Make your opponent waste resources to get rid of him. He's pretty easy to get out in this deck, obviously. And yeah, if he does get destroyed somehow, bring back a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and start spamming that field from there on after making your opponent waste resources. The easiest way I like to bring him out is Totem Dragon, because when this card's in the graveyard during your next standby phase, you can special summon this card, and this card is used as a double tribute. So you contribute one of these guys to bring out something like Light Darkness Dragon or a Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon if you really need to, which you probably shouldn't because you could just remove him from play to special summon it, but whatever. Rambling on. Basically, this is the preferred way I like to bring out Light and Darkness Dragon without having to like waste anything. It's an easy cost for nothing really. Next, my outs to Christia are Exploder Dragons. Christie is a problem for the deck. If Christie is on the field, you really have no outs to it besides Exploder Dragon, so I needed another out, so Exploder Dragon's my out to that. Get out rid of Christie and start spamming the field again with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Next is Delta Flyer. Every deck needs a tuner, and here's my tuner. He's pretty good, can change levels, so I can, it's pretty versatile what synchros I can go into with this card. So yeah. 1 Dodge Dragon. I'm debating on going to 2, but not many counter traps are seen in this format with all the chainable things such as Compulse, Bottomless, things like that. So yeah, 1 Dodger Dragon. But it is really good though. I mean, you summon it, move from play, bring out Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. They can't use their warning or judgment on it. Go off. And last but not least for dragons, Prime Material Dragon. This guy's really good because you just discard a card to make your opponent wastes like a Dark Hole and they don't know this guy's effect or something. You just pitch a card from your hand and negate it. It basically helps to keep the field presence, which is what I really like, because dragons really need that field presence. If they don't, because they're pretty much done for. So like a Dark Hole can easily just wreck the field, and that's why Prime Material Dragon's here. Next we got Gores, Double Trag. You guys may be wondering why I'm running this with Totem Dragon. It's because you really need these cards during this format. It's a really hard call. You have to run these and you have to run Totem Dragons. But the thing is, if you have a Totem Dragon in the graveyard or something, I guess you don't have to use these unless you really need to. So you just use that Totem Dragon right away before getting these guys out. So that's what I say. And if you don't see the Totem Dragon, which you probably will, you use Future Fusion, Foolish Burial, all that stuff, then bring it out, I guess. It doesn't really matter that much. Totem Dragon is not the main part of the deck, so that's why. And BLS, because you can. You have Prime Material as targets, Red Ice Dragons as targets, Tragodia as targets, Light and Darkness Dragons as targets. As long as you have targets, you're going to use BLS. Always this format. Next, Future Fusion, the MVP of this deck. You send your Red Eyes Wyverns and your Totem Dragons to set up and go off next turn. Not only that, if they don't get rid of this, you get a free 5,000 beater, which is amazing. Foolish Burial is my mini Future Fusion. Basically, you send your Totem Dragon or your Red Eyes Wyvern, whichever you need for the next turn. Monster Reborn, Dark Hole, Double Duality. I want a third one because it helps the consistency, which is what this deck's problem is the consistency with the clumpiness and the clog of all the high-level monsters. You want to get Future Fusion in your hand as fast as possible, and that's what Duality does. Book of Moon, Mind Control, Heavy Storm, 2x MST. This is something new you guys usually don't see in my decks, but since I don't use Raiko or Lila, I need some sort of back row hate, and that's what I have. Dust Shoot, 2x Compulse, 2x Bottomless. I'm actually taking out a Mirror Force, just because, it's really good. It throws off your opponent. They're not seeing it in this format, they're not expecting it, so they probably might actually run into a Mirror Force and have to pay the cost for doing so. Call to Haunted, I'm actually thinking about running 2 because, if you have a Darkness Mountain or Dragon in your graveyard and you bring it back, you just spam the field right away. And what I'm teching is 1 Vanity's Emptiness and 1 in the side. I like this card a lot because you set up the field with Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon and a Prime Material Dragon, and you put this on the field. Your opponent really can't do much to do so. They can't use a Dark Hole because Prime Material is in the field, and you have 28 and 24 beater to just keep poking at your opponent for game. So yeah, this is the Dragon deck so far. I hope you guys enjoy it. Every Tuesday we'll be having another segment. And I hope you guys enjoy ZombieMasterSasu, and we'll see how I do at Why Say So High. Please comment below your opinions on what I should add. I don't care what kind of criticism you guys have for it. It's just something new I want to try out. And yeah, so that's ZombieMasterSasu, and I hope you guys enjoy ZombieMasterSasu, and I'm out. So see ya. Please subscribe, rate, comment, and enjoy the video.